This is the final stretch. We just need to climb up, and we'll be there. Nothing to it.
Easy for you to say.
This must be the entrance the Pyro Archon told us about. The one ripped open by the abyss.
Yes. There's something in the depths of this place that feels familiar. Yet also
We actually have to go in there? Okay, Paimon just needs to psych herself up. Don't push her through before she's ready. Hey! You don't have to drag Paimon! You're pulling too hard!
Looks like we made it. This is the Night Kingdom. It looks so different from what I imagined in the stories. That overflow of energy is probably what trapped Kachina here in the first place.
From this point forward, everything we know about the real world no longer applies. Anything can happen here.
Paimon's more worried about how we're gonna make it out. We obviously can't go back the way we came.
Do you see that patch of light on the ground? It's shining down from that fissure in the sky.
Oh yeah, right in front of us. So that's coming from up there? Oh, it's so high up. Did we really fall that far down?
Just like I said, our real-world knowledge doesn't apply here. We fell all this way, yet came out completely unscathed. If this was the real world, we'd have to climb our way back up to the entrance. But here, all we have to do is stand underneath the light and offer a prayer.
That's it? Right. We still got a job to do.
So that means all we need to do is find Kachina.
Exactly. This light is streaming in from the real world. It's a link between the two realms.
The terrain looks difficult to navigate, and the visibility is not great either. How are we supposed to find Kachina in these conditions?
Yeah, these floating black things don't look super friendly either.
Those are all manifestations of abyssal power. Be careful.
Ghost! A talking ghost!
Calm down, I'm here to help. You're the ones who helped Vichama, right? Yes, I'm Vichama's friend, Malco. I was completely lost to this realm until I sensed a mysterious power calling out to me. It's like it was seeking me out, attempting to reassemble the pieces of who I used to be. Of course, I'm sorry I can only appear—
No, we should be the ones apologizing. But we had to destroy—
Of course. Under the power of this, turns out even our regret—
Whether in triumph or—
Exactly. You're looking for a young girl from the Children of Echoes, right? She's being chased by an embodiment of abyssal power. I'd like to help her while I'm still in this form, so follow me. Be careful.
Paimon didn't realize it had gotten this bad.
it's like a seething volcano ready to engulf our world at any moment.
Ouch!
Quick, get back here. You can't go wandering. Stick close to me. My power will be able to ward off attacks for the time being. We won't be able to keep this up. Let's try another route. This way. More monsters.
We shouldn't waste our time on them.
Target acquired. Shadow of the past, mind to command.
Submit your souls in sacrifice.
And shroud.
Billowing surge. Kuba, get them.
Locked on. For the Lord of the Night.
Glory to which none can compare. Oh, when I'm in that mood. Measly insects. Now you must pay. Oh, Paimon can't see anything.
It's easy to get lost here. Just stick close.
Did you hear that? What? Never mind. It was probably just my imagination.
Don't scare Paimon like that.
I heard it too. It was a voice from the abyss.
What did it say?
Doesn't matter. It certainly doesn't harbor good intentions.
Paimon just heard it too. Let's keep going. Paimon wants to get out of this place.
We're here, Kachina! Oh, honey? You made it! Looks like our reunion will have to wait until we take care of these monsters. Good idea. Let's go!
Rust and revamp. Nice and spicy.
You're here! You're finally here! Thank you so much! That monster can appear from anywhere. It almost caught me a bunch of times. The YUP's power helped keep me hidden, so I just tried to stay out of sight until you got here. Had a girl. You did so well. And most importantly, you weren't hurt.
Should we start heading back then?
Actually, I have a request. Will you come visit the YUP with me? I can't exactly put it into words, but something's wrong with the Ode of Resurrection. And I know it has something to do with the contamination from the abyss. That was the Pyro Archon's theory as well. Everything we've seen here certainly seems to back it up.
In the Night Kingdom, there are 6 main totem poles representing the YUP of each tribe. You can think of them like the body of each YUP. Additional totem poles, like the ones around here, serve as proxies to which the WIAB can extend their consciousness. There are countless proxies scattered around the Night Kingdom. Through them, the WIAB can but if a proxy were to become severely contaminated, then
Judging by the current situation, I don't think we're dealing with just one contaminated proxy. Even
Still, we can't just...
I agree. We might even manage to draw out the monster that's been hunting Kachina. Getting rid of the monster might slow down the deterioration of the Night Kingdom.
Kachina? What's wrong?
Nothing. Just a headache. And that voice...
Maybe we really should leave. Kachina's already been here for too long.
No, I'm fine. Just up ahead. I'll lead the way. Besides, I can still fight, so please.
Listen to me, Kachina. We'll come with you, but that's because we want to help the WIAB, not because we have something to prove. You don't have anything to prove either. It's okay if you reach your limit. We'll be all right. The sooner we get this done, the better.
We've already come all this way, so we might as well...
Let's go. This way.
I'll stay here and try to stall the Abyss monster.
All by yourself? That's too dangerous.
It's all right. I may not be as strong as that monster, but I don't have much time left. So go. Achieve your goal.
Thank you for everything. You're true. Does your head still hurt? Let me help you walk.
I'm fine. I'm fine. You should know I'm made of stronger stuff than that.
Okay.
WIAB? WIAB! I'm back! My friends and I are here to heal you. WIAB? Can you hear me?
So we were right. The contamination is already too severe. It's preventing the WIAB from answering our call. All right, get ready, everyone. Time to purge the abyssal energy from this place.
Careful. We've got company.
Already?
You really think that puny soul could slow me down? Courage in the face of futility is pure folly. He tried to get in my way, so I disposed of him.
You killed...
He would have dispersed with or without me. You may have defeated others of my kind in the past, but underestimate me now, and it will be to your peril. No. The power of the Abyss is intoxicating. The destruction it seeks captivates like a masterful work of art. I thought this naive little girl was an exception, but it turns out humanity is full of lambs willing to offer them. That is the tragedy of your short, ancient name. The Pyro Archon created those grandiose ideals out of pure selfishness. Anything to avoid sharing power. Anything to avoid handing over the primordial. Don't believe me? Then ask yourself, why is the Pyro Archon strong beyond measure, while you, Kachina, remain so pathetically...
Kachina, give me your hand. Feel that? I'm right here next to you.
Thanks, Moalani. You're right, because I'm not alone anymore.
You're right. Maybe comforting ideals don't have any power, but you also couldn't be more wrong. You've never had to work for your own strength, so you will never understand the true source of our power.
What?
The courage we have to stand before you and not back down? It comes from our friendship. The power lies not in the ideal itself, but in our commitment to upholding that ideal
and in our decision to stand together and fight!
Well said.
Let's go, Kachina. It shouldn't take more than 2 of us to handle an enemy like this. Sorry in advance, but you deserve what's coming to you! There aren't many in Natlan who can beat us when we're together. It's time he got a taste of that kind of power.
Power of flame!
Let's shred, Sharky! Here goes! Clear the area! Carbon wave! Oh! Yeah!
Coming!
It's just a scratch! Drilling down! Let's ride! Check this out! That's the launch!
Can't see?
We won! We actually won! That's what he gets for underestimating you. Fantastic work, Kachina! Absolutely fantastic! This makes me so unbelievably happy. I'm happy too, Moalani. Together we really are unstoppable! Huh? What's happening? My ancient name is glowing? But I thought I didn't bring it with me.
It's probably a projection from the real world. But that doesn't explain why it's glowing all of a sudden.
Wait, does that mean you're...
That was a bold move. Diving headfirst into the fire to save your friend. Especially in a place so overrun with abyssal corruption. Still, seeing you pull it off was really something. Everything you said was exactly right. As isolated individuals, we stand no chance against the power of the Abyss. It took years' worth of scars, and lots of unnecessary suffering, for me to understand that for myself. The Pyro Archon's plan will unite us as one. Everyone has a part to play. Only then will we have the power to defeat the strongest of foes.
Who are you?
Tupac, a warrior from the people of the Springs. I fought against the Abyss during the invasion 500 years ago.
I've heard that name before. You were the giant who saved all of Natlan.
Since you were able to awaken my words from your ancient name, that means you have fully embodied the aspirations of the Wyab. Under the name Umoja, you shall unite the tribes and save Natlan from its impending doom.
Me?
As long as blood still runs through your veins, even the tiniest spark of steel against stone can ignite a flame. Its blaze will become one with the gaze of all Natlan. Even amid everlasting darkness, our bonds remain eternal.
What's wrong, Moalani? So many memories. My brain was just flooded with everything he once knew. So that's what happened.
What do you mean? Did you just figure something out?
500 years ago, they foresaw the very crisis we're facing now. Efforts to save Natlan started all the way back then. We can go over the details once we get back.
We shouldn't linger here longer. I know bits and pieces, but I had no idea Mualani was also part of the plan.
This sounds like something that's going to need a lot of explaining. Okay, that should be enough. Why up? Why up? Can you hear me?
I hear your voice, Kachina. My dear child.
Great. Well then, I'm afraid it's time to say goodbye. I just wanted to make sure you were okay before we leave, but we can't afford to stay here any longer. I was going to ask why you bestowed an ancient name upon someone like me, but it's okay. I'll keep searching within myself for the answer. I'll never stop trying to improve my strength. One day, I'll live up.
You are already an outstanding child in my eyes, Kachina. No matter.
Huh?
You are all my most beloved children. It has always been my honor to... Your ancient name is just that. A name. Much like your parents chose to name you Kachina, I also gave you a name. But it need not define you. Focus on who you want to be. You are already worthy of your name. Now, you need only devote yourself to becoming a better. The story of your ancient name is for you to continue. Just... It gladdens me to see the Pyro Archon's plan move another step towards completion. Go now, my children.
I know we've never met before, Wyub, but I just wanted to say thank you for encouraging Kachina. It was Whoa! What's going on? An earthquake? We're out of time. It's the power of the abyss. Quick, we need to... It's a Sealy! The Sealy opened the way for us!
You've done well. Now come home.
Pyro Archon saved us.
But she's not here. Yeah, didn't she say she used it all up?
She's still in the speaker's chamber. What we saw in the Night Kingdom was just her consciousness.
So you're saying her consciousness did all that?
Every great display of power comes at a price. You must feel terrible, Kachina. Just hold on. We'll get you to a doctor soon. Let's get back to the stadium. The Pyro Archon said she'd have a doctor waiting for us.
I recommend getting a full checkup, just to make sure no damage gets left.
Paimon feels okay. What about you, Traveler? Right. You always seem to do pretty well against the Abyss.
Let's get going. We need to share what we learned in the...
Right. The what?
I'll let her explain every move.
There's a lot less stuff here than before.
It's good to see you all here in one piece. I know you must have a lot of questions, but let Koichi check you over first. It's best not to let any lingering effects of the Abyss go untreated.
Thank goodness you made it back. I came here as soon as the Pyro Archon told me about your plan. Take a seat, everybody. I'll examine you one by one. All right, that should do it for I have to say, though...
She's always been special like that. She can even purify its power. Wait,
Given the current situation, that ability will likely play a great role in the events to come.
Of course. I still have patients to see, so I'll head out.
Thank you, Koichi.
All right. We might not see eye to eye, but we both had good intentions. Just give it time. I'm sure we'll figure things out between us one day.
Yeah.
All right. There's so much to discuss, I don't even know where to begin. You've seen it for yourselves now. The devastation in the Night Kingdom. I'll get straight to the point. Natlan is on the verge of destruction. It's very possible our nation has less than a year before total devastation.
huh?
No.
That's right. But I've only ever disclosed that fact to the handful of people working with me to save this nation. Our looming destruction is not a recent development, but the inevitable conclusion of the disaster the Abyss initiated 500 years ago.
Mualani told us a little bit about that.
500 years ago, all the nations of Teyvat were invaded by the Abyss. Unlike the other nations, Natlan never had stable and deep-rooted ley lines, so we suffered the worst of the invasion. The battle against the Abyss was exceedingly long and brutal. In the end, victory came at the cost of our civilization and countless lives. Even then, it took centuries of solving the disasters caused by the Abyss to and still. The problems plaguing immediately after the war. But at that time, our civilization was, if we didn't bring the Archon.
So that's what happened. After finding Kachina, I encountered a strange figure who gave me a series of new memories. Since the plan was mentioned in those memories, I guess I've been chosen to play an important role in it, but there's still something I don't understand. Those memories showed me the Pyro Archon from back then, and it was you.
Huh? make any sense. The Pyro Archon is supposed to be human. It's impossible for a human to live that long.
That's right. The hardest thing for humans to overcome has always been time, or rather, the natural limitations of our lifespan. A god can extend a human's life by using a certain amount of divine power, or subjecting them to a curse. But, as we all know, Natlan doesn't have gods like that. We can only rely on our own methods. A human life is like a flame destined to be extinguished. 500 years ago, I placed my life within the sacred flame. Only by dying before my time could I have the chance to wake up again.
So, in other words, this is your second life?
Yes. We only managed to defeat the Abyss all those years ago because the tribes came together as one. If the Natlan of the future was to have a fighting chance, the Pyro Archons that came after the war had to rebuild the decimated tribes. The goal was to reunite the people and restore the strength of... Once a tribe was back to its full strength, the Chosen would then stand by my side.
So that means I'm one of the
That's right. You bear the ancient name Umoja, the same one held by the hero from your tribe 500 years ago. It means unity. After your adventure in the Night Kingdom, I trust you've come to fully understand the meaning.
So in other words, you always knew who the Wyatt were going to pick from each tribe?
Yes. According to the plan, each tribe was supposed to have been fully restored by the time I awoke. But something went wrong along the way. The 6 heroes successfully inherited the ancient names from 500 years ago, but the intel regarding the plan wasn't passed on to them. Once again, it comes down to the deterioration of the Night Kingdom.
Just like how the Ode of Resurrection...
Exactly. It's just another tactic the Abyss is using against us. The Abyss may not possess intelligence, but its methods certainly aren't easy to counter. If we want to unblock that information from being passed on, my presence alone isn't enough. The ancient name-bearer must establish a greater connection to their name. So, I've tried my best to help them from the sidelines. Currently, Shilonen of the Children of Echoes, Kinich of the Scions of the Canopy, and Iansan of the Collective of Plenty have all been acknowledged by their names. During your adventure, you too earned the acknowledgement of your Wayab Mualani. In the process, you gained the memories stored within your name.
But we have less than a year!
Yes, but we have no choice. We cannot start the plan until all the heroes have been gathered. That's also why I haven't been able to take action despite the urgency of the situation.
But if you knew this whole time, why didn't you just tell me about my role in all this? Wouldn't...
Perhaps, but the opposite could also be true. Knowing your destiny too early could mean failing to realize your full potential. Just like your determination to save Kachina, I hope your commitment to this endeavor comes from your own strength of will, rather than a sense of obligation.
So I suppose you're not going to tell us who the final 2 heroes are then?
That's right. Their time is yet to come. Putting pressure on them beforehand will only hinder their development. I can only trust in the judgment of the Wyatt. I have never believed I could solve this crisis alone. In fact, it was precisely because I chose Natlan's salvation lies not in its Archon, or you're quite perceptive, aren't you?
Huh? Oh!
Even though I sacrificed my power, I still needed a contingency plan to ensure you would make it back from the Night Kingdom. After all, I was the one who allowed you to take that risk, and Mualani has an important role to play in my... In addition to their sentimental value, the items I stored here held a much more important purpose. Fuel.
Fuel? Ah, so back then, that's why you...
Yes. The stories embodied by those items are certainly important, but there's an even more significant trait they all share. Every item belonged to a hero of Natlan. Over time, they became imbued with a certain amount of contending on their own. By burning those items, I was able to activate the contending fire stored within them to open the boundary between the 2 worlds. It was a rather crude approach, so all their power...
But weren't they all precious treasures? What about their stories?
That's exactly why I dragged you all here. No matter what, I never wanted the Pyro Archon to have to use that power. Oh,
You have nothing to be sorry for. You all deserve my thanks, actually. And then, it would only be a matter of time before the Children of Echoes was met with disaster. Besides, when those heroes entrusted their belongings to me, or the Pyro Archon of their time, it was out of a desire to contribute. If they knew those items helped save the present-day heroes of Natlan...
Even when you put it that way...
There's no need. The people and the events of... If you still have regrets, your deeds will become new legends.
Well, we'd still like...
Now that Kachina has returned, we can finally hold the victory feast and we can all use the rest, that's for sure. Try not to let it get to you. All right. You should...
When I was young, I used to sit by the hot springs and listen to the stories of... They attract people from... The people of the springs. It's been really nice. I've witnessed their energy, even when they cause... I'm certain one day, when I'm no longer in fighting form, I'll come here and tell stories to all the children. So you better get busy, Pyro Archon, or I'll end up running out of stories.
Our nation is engulfed in darkness. Our tribes stand divided, and yet you promise victory in the distant future. The Abyss is a cunning enemy. My rage will never know absolute. But you came to me because you knew you could convince me with just a single sentence. I understand your choice. The heroes of today will forge the path ahead with blood and fire. Just remember, otherwise rest assured, I'll find a way to collect the debt. For Natlan.
So, you're gonna head 500 years in the future to serve as the Pyro Archon again? But what about...
You can't ask her those questions and expect her to answer, my dear. That we will do everything we can to even across time.
Yeah, Mom's right. Seriously, though?
I am... Just remember, no matter what happens in the future, we will always love you.
I'll come find you one day. I know I can't live that long, but I'll think of something. There has to be a way for us to meet again one day. If there's an answer out there somewhere, I'm gonna find it. So, don't forget about me.
If that's your decision, then you have my full support, Archon.
May our children live to see such a lovely son.
For Natlan!
No one fights alone. The rules are my legacy.
War forged the 6 tribes.
Who will be the one to bring this to an...
We are the inheritors of memory and legend. Those who grew alongside Sun, those who forged our own... That is Natlan's fire. The lifeblood of our nation.
Are you running away? You here for the victory feast too?
Oh, no. It's not that I don't want to celebrate Kachina and the...
Ah, well, you two had a fight, so I'm gonna...
She didn't cause any trouble during your trip, right?
Yeah, she was super helpful. She can...
That's good. That's all I need.
Is there a reason you asked? You...
Maybe it seemed unreasonable, picking that fight with her before you left, but her impulse to fight is extreme.
So what you're saying is...
Okay, so anyway.
What? Do you...
No way. Chask, I appreciate the understanding, and don't worry. I'll find a way to help her ease this burden. Oh, and if you ever need a doctor, you know who to find.
Huh. Who would have thought there was a deeper reason behind their arguing? In the end, it's all the Abyss's fault. Paimon's had enough of them.
Let's give a huge round of applause to our brave young warrior, Kachina!
Woohoo! Well done, Kachina. Thank you.
I always knew you could do it, with so much...
You're one to talk. Don't think I didn't know you were the first person.
I had no choice. My friend and...
Oh, really? So you weren't just trying to get ahead in the first round?
I wasn't, I swear. When he insisted on repaying the favor...
But the fact of the matter is...
I'm really sorry, Kachina. It was wrong of us to abandon you.
It's amazing.
So,
Our team captain drank too much the night before the competition and turned up late to the stadium on the day.
Serves you all right. No sympathy from me.
all right. There's no need to be like that, Uncle. Dear friends, I'd like to say a few words. Firstly, I'm grateful to my friends and our great Archon for helping to bring me back. This traveler and her companion Paimon are some of the strongest people I've ever met. If they were allowed to participate in the pilgrimage, I have no doubt that they'd win the whole thing. They've agreed to let me learn from them. With their help, I believe I can become even stronger still. And let's not forget my good friends, Moalani, Chaska, Kanich, and Dion-san. They all helped the Traveler and Pipe. They too deserve to be called our heroes. So, please give another round of applause for them.
Well said!
I'll drink to that.
How does it feel being a hero, Kachina?
To be honest, it's a bit overwhelming.
Well, you better get used to it. Next.
Hey, please don't make fun of me.
Ah, you're here. Have some fruit juice. I got it specially for you two.
How did you know? That's Paimon's favorite!
You look like you've still got questions, because the thought of telling you could just as imagine if I couldn't make. Besides, every generation will have its heroes, this one included. Or
Paimon's suddenly remembering that portrait in your room.
Yes, it was. From what I've been able to piece together, I can conclude with she played an instrumental role in. Still, it was an impressive. You feel lost. This is a war, and there can be no war without loss. The people of Natlan look to me as their.
Yeah.
I suppose, even if the future ends in destruction, and this is a pivotal moment. Well, 3 to be precise. There's your resistance if you agree to.
Ancient name?
They can. Possessing an ancient, the Oda resurrect, just like in the Night Kingdom, I will.
Yeah, we can.
Wonderful. We've never forged.
My lord, we've received word that the Pyro Archon has lost much of her power. Although your injury complicates things, this is most certainly the opportune time to seize the Gnosis.
Victory and defeat are rules, not outcomes. I have never taken advantage of an opponent in a time of weakness, and I don't intend to start now. As for you, I must confess, I did not expect that little trick of yours to save the day.
No matter how dense the fog, as long as the sun remains, we cannot turn day into night. She could have dispelled it. She simply chose not to. You don't have much time, and you're injured on top of that. What do you—
I'm beginning to see just how useful you may turn out to be. You heard something from here, didn't you?
I'm not the friend to—
Things have been looking really rough for Natlan lately. There are more and more commissions from the Adventurers Guild, and they're all related to the Abyss. Just waiting around won't do us any good. Let's go and see if there's anything we can do to help.
Points for agility.
I see. Thank you so much.
No worries at all, since we're facing the same enemies.
All right.
Hi, Catherine. It's us. Got any new commissions?
You two have come just in time. I've got some good news. The Pyro Archon has finished assembling her forces and stationed them all across Natlan. Given how the Abyss has ramped up its activities lately, we can no longer afford to act only after receiving news of an invasion. So the Pyro Archon suggested that the Scions of the Canopy and the Adventurers Guild focus on collecting and disseminating intel. That way, we can stay informed of everything that's happening across the land. Once we receive word of enemy activity... Yes, so please...
So that's the plan! Paimon knows that...
The movements of the Abyss are always unpredictable. Once the disaster...
Oh, right. Most people have no idea.
Huh? Is that the Traveler and Paimon? Hello?
Oh, hey, Kachina!
Yep. No, really. I heard that the Pyro Archon is... Oh, by the way, she said that she's all set, and we can head over whenever we're ready.
Wow! So we'll finally get to meet Shilonen, the legendary forger of ancient name!
Shilonen is a true master. She's always got a pile of commissions on her plate. So you usually... Well, I've already signed up. She wouldn't turn me away.
Hey, have some confidence in yourself.
On second thought...
Are you running away?
Shilonen, I brought the person who needs an ancient name. She's super amazing, and I've already learned tons of stuff from her. I can vouch that she's really worthy of a hero's name.
Ah, yes, so I've heard. So young, and yet you've already got quite the reputation. Wait, are you Outlanders?
Yep, we're travelers who just arrived in Natland not too long.
No, I mean, I was aware that you're travelers. It's just no one told me that you're Outlanders.
Huh? You're saying the Pyro Archon didn't tell you?
No, the only thing she said is that a new hero had pledged herself to the plan, but we need to forge an ancient name to ensure she'd be able to return safe and sound. And she did mention that it would be quite difficult to forge an ancient name for them, but at the time, I thought she was just commenting on my skills. But I seem to understand where the true difficulty lies now.
Ari?
Oh, I wouldn't go that far. I'm used to it, really. I just need a moment to process things. The Pyro Archon's requests are always difficult to fulfill, and we used to argue a lot. Anyway, I can't argue with her if she isn't here, and it'd be pointless to take my... But, just because I understand her rationale doesn't make me any less upset. After all, she must have...
It's impossible?
As you probably know, an ancient name is a symbol of a hero's sparing glory, which grows even richer and heavier as generations of successors inherit it. We forge ancient names by engraving the heroic deeds of an individual who will become the first hero of that particular name. But they were all performed outside of Natland, correct?
Yeah, that's right.
Then those deeds haven't been recorded by the Night Kingdom. To take it one step further, even if you had performed heroic deeds in Natland, as an Outlander, your actions still wouldn't have been recorded by our lands. Only memories and experiences that have been acknowledged by the WIFI can be used as a basis for an ancient name. Even the greatest of craftsmen cannot create...
Seems the WIFI don't want just anyone to get a name, huh?
Mawika, of all people, should know better than anyone. Yet she's still entrusted the task of forging the ancient name to me.
Oh, Paimon gets it. Nobody's happy being asked to do the impact.
Why do I feel like this has happened before? I think last time, Shilonen just ended up running dozens of laps around the hill.
Ugh, don't remind me. Let's just focus on how we can pull this off. How to achieve the impossible.
You mean you're already willing to accept the task?
Well, What else can I do? What's happened is already done, and it's not like I can outright defy. If she gave me this order, then she believes the ancient name is an indispensable part of her plan, and that I'll be able to find a way to make it happen. In other words, the order is an affirmation of my abilities.
Whoa, not only has she accepted the task, but now she's looking for silver linings?
Yeah! Let's see if we can find some special way to pull this off. If we really can't make it work.
The key is getting the YAB to somehow acknowledge the traveler's existence and record.
We heard the voice of a YAB when we were in the Night Kingdom before. We even had a whole conversation with. If we can talk to her again, maybe we can figure something out together.
Well, every tribe has their own YAB. How do we know if the one you met is indeed the best one for us to talk to? Plus, considering the unprecedented... I don't know. That requires a level of knowledge that We need to find a consultant who's an expert on all things night...
Oh, we've heard that. A person who can make something...
Still, she's old. I've heard that to get her...
I hate to break it to you, but...
Huh.
Well, yeah. At the... Huh?
Great going, Moeka. In that case, I'll also write you a letter.
Oh! Paimon sure hopes a Hal won't interrupt.
All right. Kanichi's a season.
Great. Then I'll...
please just give me a moment to write.
Sounds good. We'll take a stroll in the meantime.
We meet again. Kachina told me everything. I'll deliver the mess. I'll also take this chance to explain what happened to the Spirit Speaker Stone and offer her an apology in person.
I'm sorry to put this on you, Kanich. It's just that you're probably the only person who knows how to deal with her.
It's alright. We're all working for the sake of the Pyro Archon's plan, after all.
Oh, wait, so Kachina and the Traveler also know about the plan?
Mm-hmm. Because we all saw a hero of the past rematerialize right before our eyes. And then Mualani said that a ton of knowledge and memory suddenly flooded her brain. The Pyro Archon explained everything when we came back from the Night Kingdom, including the reason—
Right. She mentioned there are 6 heroes and that Shilonen is one of 4 that have already been acknowledged.
Oh, well, then I suppose there's no need to keep any secrets between us. Having companions walk by your side is perhaps...
I have another piece of intel to share. We've pretty much identified the person who rescued the captain in the Stadium of the Sacred Flame. His name is Auroron, and he also hails from the Masters of the Nightwind. However, he spent most of his life living out in the wilderness by himself, away from the rest of the tribe. That's why his disappearance went unnoticed. By the time Sitlali finally realized that he was...
Sitlali...
That's right. Auroron was an orphan raised by the chief of the Masters of the Nightwind and many other kind-hearted people in his tribe. Still, he's had something of an odd reputation his whole life.
Odd, huh?
Given how the Masters of the Nightwind love to babble about dreams and revelations, they're already a pretty strange bunch to most. I've never met Auroron.
That's right. So in that sense, Auroron and Sitlali actually have quite a bit in common.
Huh.
As of now, Sitlali is probably...
Oh, so if...
Yes. Even though I don't think Sitlali is the...
Yeah! Plus, we kinda owe her...
yeah.
Sure. I'll...
Take care out there, Kanit. I'll be heading back as...
Okay, then let's part...
Oh, it's time to meet up with Shilonen. Let's ask her how things have been going.
I dare you to release me and say that to my face!
Hey, Shilonen, how's everything going?
Oh, hi, Traveler and Paimon. I have bad news. Seat Lolly did not reply to our request. Although, I suppose...
Huh? You mean she didn't even bother to give Kenichi a response? Guess she...
Yeah, well, she can be also quite eccentric, though she's one of them. But let's go to the stadium.
That's true. Paimon doesn't see anybody.
Well, we tried to be as considerate as we could, but she...
That might be true, but this is still a request from the Pyro Archon, right? Shouldn't the subject always answer the call?
A subject? Yes, Mawika is our leader, but that doesn't mean there's any kind of tall barrier between... The only thing is that she often has...
Huh. So even unlike that old hag Granny Eatstily, right? Does she think she can ignore us just because she's famous? You all talk about her like she's some kind of... If that's what aging does to you, Paimon never wants to get old.
Oh, really? So, that's how you see me?
Huh? Who's there? Who's talking next to Paimon?
Oh, don't mind me. I'm just a disgruntled old hag, right? Come on, relax. I'm sure my bark's worse than my bite.
Huh? Seat Lolly.
Wait, you're Seat Lolly? You're Granny?
Yes, Granny Eatsley. But emphasis on Eatsley, not Granny. You must know this trope from light novels, surely. They use it all the time. The young man who's actually the old... Oh, wipe that look off your face!
Did I forget to mention? She's called Granny, but, she's actually pretty young. It was an honest mistake, I guess.
What? How dare you? Don't you know it's rude to ask a lady her age?
Paimon really didn't mean to offend you, it's just that... Oh, Paimon just wanted to apologize, but now she's putting more and more of her foot in her mouth.
It was my idea to invite you here, Seat Lolly.
All right. I was only joking. I didn't mean to chastise anyone. I received but... It's also natural for people to get held up by one thing or another as they're trying to leave the house. At first, I was thinking of quietly sneaking over, but since you were already here waiting for me, I started to think about how I should phrase my apology. Only to hear you all talking Anyway, that's the whole story.
What's with that expression? Was she feeling embarrassed just...
When the Masters of the Night Winds say they struggle deal... Correct. This is...
I see. So, and you've also heard all about Auroron.
Yeah, that's what we came here to ask you.
I suppose I'll just call you Traveler for now. Traveler, come here. Let me take a good look at you. Wealth leads to unending conflicts between people. Yet you alone transcend the value of gold. Baleful thunder and wrathful waves bring terror to mortal hearts. Yet again and again, you've braved them to find new world. Oh, weary yet free soul. Those are all the things that I could see in you. You've experienced far more than even most mortals could dream of. You possess the heart of a sincere hero
along with the conviction to lift a torch above your head and walk headlong into the night. Huh? Don't move. There's something here.
Huh? What thing? Don't scare Paimon. Is the traveler gonna be okay?
Shoo! That should do it. You've just returned from the Night Kingdom, so some fragments of souls were still stuck to your body. No need to worry. I've just cleared out the last of them.
Isn't that kinda like having part of a ghost come back with you?
It's nothing as serious as that. If left unattended, the most it could do is stir up...
Oh, in that case, better to get rid of them.
It was nothing. Shilonen, let's follow your proposal. Once you've brought Auroron back, I'll take you to see the Lord of the Night.
The Lord of the Night?
Something this important is beyond their jurisdiction. Only the Lord of the Night can decide whether we can grant an ancient name to one who does not hail from our lands. The Lord of the Night is an ancient entity that rules over the entire night.
Oh, so you're basically...
Not exactly. Just listen carefully to what I'm about to... But I will need to prepare...
I can go.
Sounds good.
The fatigue.
Yep, we'll be sure to...
Alright, now it's time for us to catch that brat and bring him back. Oh, I'm sorry I made you wait earlier. It was actually because he has always lived alone. And interestingly enough, I saw some slash marks in the house that did not match any of our local weapons.
Oh, sounds like the...
But why would they kidnap a kid who just... That's not to say that I believe he's totally innocent, of course. In any case, I'm truly...
You can count on...
All right, then let's start by This is an eyewitness claimed to have seen Auroron speaking to some Fatui soldiers here. I don't know how much you're willing to believe me, but Auroron really is a good kid. I see no reason why he'd suddenly get involved with I'm convinced that what the... however...
Didn't Kanich say that she's a big name in that land?
Auroron? Well, he learned a lot from us. And once he reached adulthood, he... Oh well, he's been raising let's follow the phlogiston trail.
Huh? What trail?
Oh, right. I forgot. Here. How about now?
What do you see? Whoa, Paimon can see it now.
That's right. I used a spell to temporarily transfer a portion of my senses to you.
Wow, you can even share your...
It requires when I held your hand... Anyway, we'll need to use our vision now to track down Auroron.
Over here, this way! See, Lolly might say a lot of deep and confusing stuff, but this spell of hers is really something.
What does she mean by deep and confusing? As far as elderly shamans go... but is my way of speaking still not trendy enough? I've already tried my... Or perhaps I'm still not fashionable enough? But that can't be...
Huh? Was that? See, Lolly's...
Now that I think about it, it's thing I found some helpers this time. Some things are best done with the help of friends. Oh? They appear to be feeling quite confident. Looks like our work...
Hey, looks like there's a new camp over there.
Let's go take a look. That little brat, wait. Let me see.
Paimon sees a small shape here. Could it be—
This is a distress signal for the Masters of the Night Wind. Only so— We've got— leaving such a subtle mark implies that he was trying to be discreet. In other— if they notice us, we can just charge in and fight them to the death. But what if my darling grandson is also there? I can't have— no. I've got to be careful. Otherwise he'd get hit as well.
There are traces of people staying here too.
Wait a second. The phlogiston around here is jumbled up. I can also smell a mix of elements in the air. Pyro, electro, and some other elements of—
Kanich told us that you were super amazing.
There's judging from what's left on the scene.
Do you still remember the little mark we found before? Paimon—
Given there are two— I'll take this direction. Auroron.
What the— And Traveler, did you hear all of that as well? Once Seat Lolly left, so you were thinking the same thing. She did say— if you Paimon sees some traces here. Let's follow them and see if we can find anything up ahead. Did you find something? Huh. So we can't— That's weird, but he can't have just evaporated into—
So... I'm very sorry, but please do not move. I have no desire to hurt you. I apologize that our first meeting has to take place like this. It's just that you're much like one of those animals with ears that perk up as soon as it senses danger in their environment. And given your combat proficiency, I would not have been able to gain an advantage over you if you were anywhere else in the world. However, you're now in the Night Kingdom, a familiar domain to the Masters of the... Hello, Traveler. I'm Auroron, the one you've been searching for. Ah, the Fatui's custody. I see. So even Granny has told you that I was coerced. My friend and I only left those traces to lure you here. Deceiving you was never our true intent, however. It was simply the fastest and most feasible.
Greetings, traveler from afar.
Be careful with this traveler. Her soul is temporarily restrained by us, and it appears to have become more fragile in the process. It's taking all my concentration to hold on to her.
It was I who tasked Auroron with leaving the traces to lead you here, and I who used the Master's ritual to bring your soul to the Night Kingdom. I've heard much about you from the past encounters you've had with my colleagues. Given the present situation in Natlan, I would like to sincerely request a formal meeting with you. I will use the opportunity to explain my goals and motivations to you, as well as why I mistrust Malwika, the Pyro Archon. I believe there is little reason for you to blindly follow her plan. If you would like to hear our intel, then find us to the east of the stadium. But remember, not a word of this to anyone. I would like to avoid any further conflict.
You will see me again once you return to reality. No matter what I say, please, help me keep this a secret. This is all to avoid dragging Granny into this.
Hey, what happened just now? You suddenly collapsed and stopped responding.
Hey, why are you sitting on the ground? Are you okay?
See, Molly! She froze for a moment and then just collapsed to the ground.
Could it have been those leftover remnants from the Night Kingdom? Do you have any itches or pain anywhere? Don't worry. We can take a short break. Sorry, I know I asked for your help. But
If you're feeling sick, you should...
a seasoned traveler must know the importance of not pushing yourself beyond your limit. In any case, let's take... Need to be more careful next time.
Feeling better yet, traveler?
All right, let's get ready. I followed my phlogiston trail earlier to a stronghold guarded by soldiers. I have a feeling that Auroron is probably being held inside.
Oh, so it's close by. Then let's...
Well, but if you...
$10 points for agility.
Look over there.
Huh? I don't think she sees someone in the middle of the camp.
That's Auroron. So he really was taken by the Fatui.
All right, we'll take the lead.
Hey, quit daydreaming. Don't you have work to do?
I cannot see the sun.
What?
Without the sun, I cannot see the truth. You are currently blocking the light, so I must beseech you to move aside.
Huh? Okay, Mr. Philosopher. That's enough mumbo.
Wow. I'm going.
See, Lolly's struggling to control her temper now.
Are you ready? Let's go kick on my count. Still trying to resist? You've got no idea who you're up against.
Let's end this quickly.
One with the Force.
Rest and revamp.
Target acquired.
Measly insect!
Can't see.
Let's move out. Torrent, bring refuge! Nice and spicy. Hey, look out!
Locked on.
Oh, you're done, Knight. Haha, you're so done.
And shroud.
Quickly.
Hold the line. At the frying pan, it's...
Don't turn back. I'll uproot you!
Uphill battle. Nice and spicy. Rest and revamp.
I got him cornered.
Covenant of the Deep. At the frying pan, bow before your king. Submit your soul in sacrifice.
Let's end this quickly.
Help! My dinner is attacking me. Hold the line. Nice and slaughter.
Can't see.
Allow me.
I got him cornered.
Oh, glory! Glory to which none can compare. Especially not when I'm in a bad mood. Measly
One with the Force.
Torrent, bring refuge.
My mistake.
It isn't time for a break yet. No slacking off now.
And shroud. Locked on.
Not breaking up too late. It isn't time for a break yet.
For the Lord of the Night. Can't see. I hear everything.
Rest and rebuild.
got him cornered.
And Shroud!
Hold the line! Billowing surge!
Locked on.
This isn't good.
Can't see?
Don't be a killjoy! We've only just begun.
Keep up.
Take cover.
Allow me!
Don't be a killjoy! We've only just begun.
Race you!
You can't run! And Shroud! Don't be a killjoy! We've only just begun. You can't run!
Boba, get
Don't
them!
be a killjoy! We've only just
Target acquired. Shadow of the past, mind to command.
Glory to which none can compare!
Can't see?
Measly insect!
I've got him cornered.
Hold the line! Covenant of the Deep! At the hand, it's
Target acquired.
bow before your king! Submit your soul in sacrifice! Forever
One with the force.
Let's move out. Rest and rebuild! Nice and spicy!
I got him cornered.
Boba, get them!
Auroron!
Granny.
Paimon knows she's called Granny Eats to Lead, but it's still kind of weird hearing.
And greetings to you too, other Granny.
What did you just call her?
Granny. Is that not right? You are Granny's friend, are you not? You seem to be approximately the same age as her, so...
How many times have I told you? It doesn't work like that. There are a lot of people who look about the same age as me. You can't go around calling everyone Gramps or Granny.
Oh, wait. He's not a child, is he? Don't tell.
Oh, your words have pierced my heart like a thorn.
Why are you so upset? You.
Of course I'm not a child. Exactly.
But if you keep that up, then everyone's.
And do you think saying all of this is gonna save you from a scolding, Auroron? Haven't I told—
Be wary of bees.
Oh, so you won't always be able—
I'm sorry, Grant.
Next time? They didn't—
No, they just.
Okay.
Yes.
So what—
Because they said that.
Hey! Even if—
I'm sorry.
We can submit the— Let's clean this place up and get back to the city.
Sounds good.
You're.
Yes.
Now—
Recite the 3 1.
Huh?
How exactly did the master.
Oh.
Hold the line!
I see. So Auroron came...
That's right. I'm sorry.
Now that you know Auroron was only trying to protect another member of his tribe, could I ask you to petition the Pyro Archon for her forgiveness?
We'll give her a full report. We'll let you know once she's reached a decision.
Will I need to stay here?
Technically, yes. But if Miss Lolly is willing to serve as your guarantor, then we can release you from custody.
Sure. I'd be happy to do that. I don't have any more time to waste here. I still have other things.
Understood. Thank you very much. Mr. Auroron, please report back to the Speaker's chamber as soon as you've received notice of the Archon's decision.
I understand. Thank you. And thank you.
Well, at least you won't need to hide your face anymore.
Traveler, Paimon, thank you very much for your help. And don't worry, I haven't forgotten about my side of the deal. Once Auroron is settled, I'll go talk to Shilonen and get started on forging an ancient name for you.
Oh, thank you!
You scratch my back, I scratch yours. It's as good as done. You can come with me, Auroron. We've got to find you a place to stay for the...
Goodbye, Other Granny.
Oh, we're finally done. All right, it's time to find some grub. Huh? What is it, Traveler? What? That captain? Sorry. Oh, that Auroron, what is he up to? He sounded earnest enough just now. All that stuff about protecting St. Lolly. Yeah, you're... Still, Paimon appreciates you telling her about this. Paimon will support your choice. We still have another hope.
Survival. Hardship. You must prepare for hardship.
Are you running away? Weird. Paimon doesn't see anyone. Oh, please don't let this be a trap. What was that?
Good evening. Nice to see you again.
It's you. You shouldn't pop up from behind people like that. What are you, a ghost?
I'm terribly sorry. It's just...
And what's with you apologizing all the time? You sound so polite and honest, but you're actually doing shady stuff behind people's backs.
You're right. Granny tells me that too. Huh. Come to think of it, you remind me of her. Sometimes you two sound really similar, you know.
Oh, so you're gonna call Paimon Granny too now?
Well, I could. It's all clear. Over to you.
Excellent. The fact that you showed up proves that I was right about your character. Yet, there's been a lot of talk about you. Child told me that you're passionate about the unknown and willing to take risks. Rather than facing you as an enemy, I would much prefer to bring you to my side. If we allow the current state of things to continue, we will inevitably clash, and that's a scenario that I'd very much like to avoid. I've long heard of your exploits across the nations. Though you have crossed swords with my colleagues many times, I know that you are by no means an unreasonable person. And once you've learned the truth that the Pyro Archon Malwika would never willingly share with you, you may just find it in your heart to consider my proposal.
I assume you've already been informed of the Pyro Archon's plan. In order to defeat the Abyss and save Natlan, she still needs 2 more heroes to appear.
Wait, how did you know that? Never mind. Guess that's not important now.
I've long kept a close eye on her plan. To be frank, it's an exceedingly risky plan. Will the heroes really appear? And even if they come to her, will their power be enough to drive the Abyss back? If any part of the plan goes awry, all of Natlan, even all of Teyvat, will pay for her mistakes. Now, you may have been led to believe that this is the only plan available to her. But what if I told you she's had another emergency plan all along, the details of which she has chosen to keep hidden from you?
An emergency plan?
Yes. A way to keep Natlan intact, even if her original plan fails. But given the painful cost of its execution, she has chosen to keep it as a mere backup plan. Whether this stems from hesitation, fear, or even naivete, I cannot say. But Natlan cannot afford to wait until she comes to her senses. My fear is that given the enormity of the decision, she will be reluctant to confront the dire reality we face until it is too late. There will be no time left to execute the backup plan, and all of Natlan will be lost to the Abyss. We have to make the decision for her, here and now.
Yeah, do you have any evidence for all this? Just telling us a bunch of scary stuff isn't enough, you know. Besides, wasn't it you who tried to seize the Gnosis for the Tsaritsa plan?
I knew you to be clever enough to see. That's right. I did not seek the Gnosis for the Tsaritsa. Since I was defeated in battle, I must put to rest my thoughts about the Gnosis. But even so, my desire to save Natlan remains unchanged. And now, I have found a new way to solve the crisis. We can implement it immediately if we reach an agreement.
Someone's here.
Huh? The captain disappeared!
Something is rapidly approaching. Oh no.
Something? Bad news, chump! It's your granny!
See, Lolly? What?
I knew something was amiss after we were separated. Hidden ceremonial tools, an unconscious traveler. I must say, I'm very curious about what you're up to. How dare you go behind our backs like this, Auroron? Colluding with the Fatui? Really? Oh, here we go again. Cat got your tongue, huh? You really think you can avoid a scolding just by staying quiet?
I'm not trying to avoid anything.
Oh, and now you're talking back. Well, go on then. Explain yourself. What the heck are you up to?
I'm sorry, Granny. I feel so guilty.
You! That's it! Where are my tools? I swear if I don't teach you a lesson right here—
wait, see, Lolly! Please, calm down. We, still learned a lot of info, didn't we? Like the fact that the captain isn't trying to seize the Gnosis anymore. So, maybe just save the scolding for later, okay?
Listen well, Auroron. You're only getting out of this now because of the Traveler's plea. This isn't over. You hear me? You're right, Traveler. Let's go. We can discuss this more back in the city. You two keep an eye on Auroron for me.
You really are a one-trick pony, you know.
In all my years, I've never had a child cause me so much grief. Do you seriously not see what's at stake here? You've got a head on your shoulders, Auroron. Use it! Why did you help the captain? And I want the truth this time. No answer? Think you're being smart? Then let me ask a different question. What does the captain want? What is his purpose in Really? You're just going to stonewall me? Just use your brain for a second. What do you possibly stand to gain by helping the captain? Only endless trouble awaits you and everyone in the tribe. You've always been a good kid. Why would you throw that all away now? If you're worried about something, just talk to me. Granny would much rather we had a conversation instead of constantly clashing like this.
Why is he staring at us all of a sudden?
I'm sorry that you have to hear all this. You're very kind. Most people would have fled by now. Not everyone can handle great.
Oh? You dare gossip between yourselves instead of listening to me?
Sorry.
Sorry, Granny. Sorry, Granny. You know what? Fine. I'm perfectly aware that everything I say goes in one ear and out the other. You're all grown up now, so why would you listen to an old hag like me? You say all the right things, but then you go and completely ignore me. Well, if that's how you're going to treat—
who's Aoife? A delivery person?
That's irrelevant. The point is, he hangs out with this kid, so he must be no good. You kids get to a certain age and suddenly act like you know it all. There's nothing I can say to get through to you. Auroron, if you're still thinking about that so-called duty, then please, just forget about it. The ley lines did not fall to this state.
That's not it. I know you tend to get down on yourself when you're upset, but I can tell I really hurt you this time. All I can say is—
His voice. Auroron, where have you gone?
It sounds like he's somewhere super far away, but isn't he right here in front of us?
I'm really sorry. It's up to all of us to do everything we can to save Natlan. So I've got to go.
Get back here this instant! Auroron! What is this? Powder from plant spores? Is that the trick he used?
What just happened? How was he able to suddenly get so far away like that?
It's a trick of his. If you grind spores into a powder and spray it in the air, it can be manipulated to create an illusion. He pulled it off flawlessly. He must have put a lot of time into perfecting it. Don't tell me that's how he's been hunting in the fields these days. Oh, couldn't he have picked up something more useful? Little brat. That's it. The next time we meet, I'm definitely going to—
Whoa, that's a little—
I'm sorry for interrupting your Auroron probably did everything he could to get away because he knew I'd get the truth out of him sooner or later. we've got quite a long walk back to the city. Let's take our time. Do you two have some time? Feeling hungry? How about we get something to eat?
All right, it's been a while since we last ate. Now that we can...
Then let's go.
Really? She's right. We're seasoned adventurers, so we're more than capable of paying our own bill.
Hey, come on now. You won't...
Are you sure? Sure, that's fine with us, but...
Don't worry. I'm sure it... Do you see two people standing by the door? They look like spitting images of each other.
But Paimon only...
Huh? How could that be? I guess...
Do you think she's...
There you go, miss. Oh my, it's not every day you get to see Granny Itzley here with some friends.
Oh, so you...
Of course.
Wait, so...
Well, huh?
Oh, please, Gran...
All right, that's enough. Go on now.
See, Lolly? See...
Who's that? You got some gall calling me by my first name. You chumps come around. I mean, come on. Monster? Me?
Granny Seat Lolly.
Exactly. And while we're at it, I'm not some lazy slacker either. Oh yeah. And I have to mentor all the new kids. Hey, new kid. Yeah, you. Don't play dumb. Didn't I teach you how... That's more like it. About dang time someone showed me a little respect. Yeah, Granny's... Behind this pitch-black curtain, a chapter of hatred reveals itself.
She's meditating again. She does this when...
Is this another special...
No, I'd say it's an ability that's unique to Citlali herself.
Warning, warning, huh? Traveler?
What's wrong?
I'm gonna hurl. Hang on,
You had Paimon worried.
How embarrassing. I'm sorry you had to see me like that.
Are you feeling okay?
There's so much...
Why not?
Please.
Oh, Paimon...
No, that... Huh?
Yeah.
So...
It's okay, Sweet Lolly. You had every right to complain.
I can't take it anymore! Hearing me mumble under my breath is one thing. It's just like when you're rolling on the floor in your pajamas, but you forget to lock.
So that,
It happens to... Take a walk with...
Looks like she's completely given up.
Well, great view, right?
Wow, it's beautiful. Oh no, what do we do?
I was an expression, okay? Let's just have a...
Really?
Well, and you're right. I'm just an
What? You're just... Well, you are...
Some are. What about you?
We don't find you scary at all.
That's because I make people... Oh, not to brag or...
We believe you.
Yes, but Mawika already told you, Auroron's not like other people. The reason being, his soul is incomplete. The Masters of the Nightwind view this as a bad omen. No one knows who his parents were. He was just... The Masters of the Nightwind believe a possibility. The ceremony would...
Wait, that doesn't sound right.
Now, you see the problem. When damage occurs to the Night Kingdom, the souls held within disperse and remain. The ceremony... I wasn't... When the chief... Of course, in my tribe, death is rarely something to fear. But what kind of message would we be sending by... It's not right. So, when I learned this, the plan was everyone thought he would be happy. He asks that...
Wait! What?
He knows that. But he's... maybe...
Traveler, anyway, we can't just let things go...
Probably... Okay.
Hey, we're friends.
Good point. Friends. I like the sound of that.
Auroron's probably back with the captain, don't you think? You mean about the backup plan? Yeah, you're right, but she's probably... outside. Pirates still half asleep. Well, guess we should see what's going on.
You're already here.
Wow, you're up early. That's
Let's not bring up. Anyway, I was also woken up by the I heard many areas have been
The Abyss attacked again?
I'll be fine. The stadium could always use more manpower. I'm done making. I was the one who vouched for. But I should be able. As for the ancient name, thank you.
She left in a hurry. Oh, looks like a...
Traveler, over here! Perfect.
Oh, you're all here!
Just my way of saying...
Alright, but...
The Abyss suddenly attacked the collect...
Yes, and
The tribes have Chaska and I have...
I plan on heading back to...
What about you, Mulalani? Where are you gonna go?
I'll go help the Children of Echoes. What about you guys? We could go together. Yeah, that does sound important. That would be pretty cool.
It'll be fine.
let's part ways here for now. And most importantly...
Oh, and some of us need to avoid getting contaminated.
Koichi.
All right, let's hurry up and talk.
Oh, you can see, things are not looking good right now. Look, I'm very interested in your recent adventures, but this is not a good time. So we'll have to keep our conversation short.
That's all right. We're also in a hurry. We're gonna go help the Children of Echoes after this.
What? So he thinks my plan is too risky. He thinks I'm being stubborn. I shouldn't underestimate the Fatui's ability to gather intelligence. The Gnosis does have that function, but there's more to the story. I will answer you honestly, but you must help me keep this a secret. I can use the power of the Gnosis to save Natlan, but it comes at a heavy price. The Gnosis would drain all the souls and memories from the Night Kingdom and weave them into a giant net, which would surround the ley lines and protect them against abyssal corrosion.
Wait, you can use souls to weave a net? But does that mean...
Yes. It means sacrificing those souls in the process. Souls are just another form of life. The cruelty of this method is self-evident. The Night Kingdom not only houses the souls of the dead, but also our memories and legends. Using the Gnosis means converting all three into material for the net, erasing our history and culture. Even then, the net can still become corroded. If we cannot find a way to repair the damaged ley lines before that happens, then all those sacrifices are for nothing. Given the enormity of the price, it's a solution I refuse to consider right now. I want us to win, but I also care about how we win, and what that means for us in the end. Now it's true, both plans come at a risk, but after Natlan is unique among the nations of Teyvat. Given the ever-looming threat of the Abyss, the Pyro Archons had to account for the worst-case scenario. Having a contingency plan is our duty, not just to the people of Natlan, but to all who live still. This has always been a well-kept secret. I'm very curious how the captain learned this information.
Oh, one more thing? The captain said he found another way to solve the problem. Could be equally as extreme, though.
Without the Gnosis, he should have no other option. But I see no reason for him to lie. Seems like our only path forward is to track him down, so he can answer that question. Judging by your expression, you must have doubted me, even if just for a second.
Not even a little! We would never... Wait, what are you talking about, Traveler?
Just as expected. Maybe it was out of caution, anxiety, or simple curiosity. So now that you have your answer...
You scared by...
That's a good... As for the captain...
That's great! Sounds like we just have to wait a little longer.
Don't worry.
Wait, you're going to fight in person?
That's true. No matter how you look at it, my duty is on the front lines. I just think there's strength in numbers. If the people feel emboldened, anyway. Even if we respond to these threats in time, it's not a permanent solution in the long run. I've considered moving my people to other nations, but given their close, I've told the chiefs of each tribe to strengthen their defenses, and now I just need to find the right.
Paimon's a little worried about how people will react. All right, we should head out.
Ha